Please like and subscribe. It was a beautiful spring morning on the 8th of March, and women all around the world were gearing up to celebrate International Women's Day. The day was particularly special this year because it marked the 100th anniversary of the first ever Women's Day, which was observed in 1911. In a small village in India, a group of women gathered at the community center to celebrate the occasion. They had planned a day full of activities, including speeches, games, and a feast. As they sat together, they shared stories of their struggles and triumphs, and how they had overcome the obstacles in their lives. One of the women, Radha, shared her story of how she had managed to start her own business selling handmade crafts. It wasn't easy for her as she faced many challenges, but with the support of her family and friends, she persevered and succeeded. Another woman, Aisha, shared her journey of becoming a doctor, which was a challenging path in her conservative community. She spoke of how she fought against gender stereotypes and societal expectations to pursue her dream, and how she now helps other women in her village to access medical care. As the day went on, the women participated in games and activities, and they danced and sang together. They were reminded of the power of unity and solidarity, and how women could achieve great things when they worked together. Meanwhile, in cities around the world, women were marching for their rights, demanding equal pay, and protesting against gender-based violence. They were joined by men who supported their cause, and together they raised their voices for gender equality. In New York City, a group of women gathered at the United Nations headquarters to hear speeches from world leaders and activists. They were reminded that there was still much work to be done, but also that they were not alone in their fight. As the sun set on International Women's Day, women around the world reflected on the progress that had been made, and the work that still lay ahead. They were inspired by the stories of the women who had come before them and by the women who would come after them. The world was a better place because of the contributions of women, and on this day, they were celebrated and honored for their strength, resilience, and determination. The future looked brighter than ever before, and women knew that they could achieve anything they set their minds to. As the night fell, the celebrations continued. Women gathered with their friends and family to share stories, food, and laughter. They reflected on the significance of the day and what it meant to them. In a bustling city in Africa, a group of young girls gathered to watch a play that had been organized by a women's rights organization. The play focused on the importance of education and the right to make choices. The girls were inspired by the strong female characters in the play and left feeling empowered and motivated to pursue their dreams. In Europe, a group of women gathered in a park to light candles in memory of the women who had fought for their rights and those who had lost their lives to gender-based violence. They were determined to carry on the fight for a better future for all women. In South America, women marched through the streets holding banners and chanting slogans demanding their rights to equality, education, healthcare, and an end to violence against women. Their voices echoed through the streets, and the world listened. The day ended with a sense of hope and optimism. Women had come together, and their voices had been heard. The world was changing, and it was changing for the better. The fight for women's rights would continue, but on this day, they had celebrated their achievements and the progress they had made. As the sun rose on the 9th of March, the celebrations may have come to an end, but the spirit of International Women's Day lived on. Women around the world knew that they were not alone, that they had each other's backs, and that they were stronger together. They would continue to fight for a world where every woman had the right to live a life free from discrimination and violence. And they knew that they would succeed because they were women, and nothing could stop them. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.